I want to ask about Justice League Mortal.
Mhm.
But before I do, it's a miracle when any movie makes it across the finish line. So when something doesn't, are you just like, all right, on to the next one, or do you kind of take it personally for a little while?
That was the first time that happened to me, so I was completely unprepared, and I was convinced that my career was over, my life was over. I like panicked, and I was like, I'm never gonna work again. So yeah, that one was tough. I've gotten calluses for dealing with that, and like it's happened multiple times, especially in the last 2 years, where it's like I'm now kind of doing these smaller indie films, and I'm now convinced that a film is not real until the director says action for the first time.
Okay, back to Justice League Mortal. How far along was it? Like, did you get a costume? Did you get to go, oh wow, I'm gonna be Batman? Or
Yeah,
what?
I wore the Batsuit multiple times, and that's the most heartbreaking thing. It was incredible. It was fully functioning. The guys at Weta, who are the special effects house out of New Zealand, built the whole thing. Everything functioned. Everything. Like I could shoot batarangs out of like these things on my arm, and like, there were these pistons on it and carbon fiber, and I mean, they really built a fully functioning batsuit. Um, and I don't have a single picture of me in the batsuit, which is probably a good thing because I would have posted it at some point like an idiot. But yeah, it was something. And I mean, it had these really tall ears that were really sharp and angular, and these big boots. I mean, I was probably 7 feet tall when I was wearing that thing. Yeah, it
Because
was
it
it was
was it was
it
much
was
more
intimidating.
comic
Like
book, right?
yeah, it was very much based off of comic books. Um, we had a turning neck before anybody else had a turning neck for the bat suit, and it was intimidating. Like even the cowl, the face piece was like carved, and it looked like okay. You're a film guy, you get this. Do you remember when the Scarecrow squirts Batman in the face? Or when, no, I'm sorry, when Batman squirts Scarecrow in the face with his juice and he looks at Batman and it looked like a nightmare. That's what our Batsuit looked like all the time.
Wow.
It was intimidating. I would walk into rooms and people would kind of, yeah,
I mean, what could have been, right?
yeah.
But
Could have also been a disaster. You never know.
yeah, who knows? I
Yeah,
mean, best laid plans, right?
yeah.
Like, at what point did you realize, oh, I got it? And you've already talked about the fallout of losing it, but during that window when you had it, what was
Yeah.
like,
The audition process for that movie was crazy. Uh, the audition scenes, I think there was like 4 or 5 audition scenes that they gave us. They were like, you can pick any of these scenes to use as your audition scene. And it was the Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth. It was scenes that won Academy Awards for all the actors who did the scenes. So it was already intimidating and daunting from day one. I ended up picking like a 5-page monologue that was Ned Beatty's speech from Network. Where it was like, do you remember it was like, you have meddled with the primal forces of nature, Mr. Beale, and I can't have it. Like, and
oh yeah,
that long monologue that he gives,
the
I was
finale.
like, I don't think anyone else is going to pick this scene because it's 5 pages, single spaced of like of a long monologue. So that was the scene that I went with, and worked my ass off on that, and went in and did it. Ronna Kress, or Rona Kress was the casting director for it. I remember going into her office, doing the monologue a couple of times, which probably took 45 minutes total. And then she was like, "Great, thanks." And I was like, "Okay." And I left, and I was like, who knows? You got to let those things go the minute you walk out of the room. You can't, you have to detach from outcome entirely. And then I got a call and they're like, "Hey, they want you to come back in and they want you to read with people." And I was like, "Okay, like are these people who have the job?" And they go, "No, there are other people they're considering for the job." So I went in and read with an actress, and we did a scene that was like, I don't remember what it was from, but it was like a husband and wife arguing about something. And I was like, I don't know how this fits in, but I think they wanted to just kind of see all the different colors and tones that you could bring into it. Did that a couple of times, and then still had no idea what was going to happen. And then I just got the call. They're like, congratulations, you're going to play Batman. And I just remember freaking out. I took all my friends to a big celebration dinner. We just had a great time. Yeah.